Back on March 6, 1992, a virus was unleashed, at least in the United States, perhaps worldwide, that attacked the hard drives, hundreds and thousands of computers, um, just by turning on your computer that day. It was called the Michelangelo virus. And I was among those people who was a victim of that virus. When I think back on it, there was that sense of invasion, of loss, of devastation. But there was also opportunity in that obliterated hard drive. And that is, despite all the loss of time and money, effort, it was an opportunity to start afresh. In your mind, there are thoughts, behaviors, actions that are kind of like that virus. And like that virus, they either obliterate your possibility or you have to obliterate the virus. Now we have antivirus programs. I want to talk to you about some of those little mind viruses that we have that keep us from moving forward and how we can obliterate them. Welcome to day 26 of the power of the letter O, and our word today is obliterate. So what are those things, mind viruses, thoughts, behaviors, conditioning that we have that we need to get rid of? Things like limiting beliefs that you have about what you can't accomplish, or negative self-talk, that voice in your head that tells you all the things you can't do. Procrastination. I heard procrastination described as something that we avoid doing because we don't yet believe that we're capable of. So we procrastinate. It's a virus, a mind virus. Fear of failure and its first cousin, fear of success. Both of them work sometimes in tandem, sometimes in the same person, to keep you in the same place, holding you from moving forward, either because you're afraid of failing or you're afraid of what will happen if you succeed. Perfectionism. Don't need to say anything about it except that word. It's a virus, a mind virus that keeps you from releasing your next blog post or releasing your video or moving forward unless it's just right. Fear of judgment, that sense that other people may make fun of us, may not understand our motivations or why we're inspired to do something or the other. We fear being judged by them. Fear of judgment has a cousin as well, and that is comparison, comparing yourself to others. They're prettier than me. They're thinner than me. They're happier than I am. They have everything. Those kinds of mind viruses that keep us from moving forward. People pleasing. Another is a fixed mindset. And then toxic, unproductive relationships. Sometimes we stay in a relationship just because it's too hard to consider moving on without it. And then unproductive habits. Some of us are still doing things that our doctor has told us that we should stop doing years ago. It's an unproductive habit. And yet we can't break that cycle. And so Michelangelo, that virus back in the 90s, birthed antivirus programs that you can run on your computer in advance, and it just serves as a block for the impact of that virus. Is there such a thing that we can do in our own mind? I'm glad you asked, because yes, there is. You can become self-aware of what are these things that are holding me back. What are the limiting beliefs I hold? What are the reasons I procrastinate? Why am I feeling so inadequate as compared to someone else? Once you have self-awareness, you can begin to eradicate the problem. You can launch the antivirus. You can take deliberate action to change. Just like pulling a weed in a garden, you can pull those negative thoughts, negative behaviors, unproductive habits out of your life by being committed to doing it, to finding coaching or therapy or systems and processes that help you do it, by agreeing to accountability, getting in a group, a mastermind. These are the kinds of things that can help you eradicate those mind viruses that are holding you back. That self-comparison. What happens when the virus works? Then you begin to build confidence. Self-doubt sort of falls away and is replaced by a sense of agency and authority. You challenge that negative self-talk as just, crazed thoughts as opposed to defining thought. You can learn to practice affirmations, use scripture, use poetry, use journaling, all of these kinds of tools to move you to a place of greater inner strength and confidence. So here's a coaching question for today. What can you start doing to, first of all, recognize what are your viruses, your mind viruses, as I'd call them, and what can you do to deploy the antivirus? How can you build more confidence today to overcome or to obliterate the things that are holding you back? Well, I'd love to hear your comments about your experience with obliterating those mind viruses. Please like, share, and I'll be back with more on day 27. Bye.